Welcome back to the channel, Dana Alexia. If it's your first time here, do enjoy watching the video and other subsequent videos. All right, so this is part 2 of my MyHeritage DNA. So I was online last night, and or should I say early this morning, because it was after 1 a.m. and I checked the website and I realized that it says my result is ready. So I know they said they would send an email, so I just up over to my email right away, and when I check, I saw the email that says my result is ready. I tell you, I never felt nervous at all about doing the DNA and the results, but now that the result is ready, I felt a sudden nervousness. Why am I nervous? Me no know. Right? I guess maybe because I don't know what the outcome is, or I don't know what the outcome will be. But I say I'm gonna tough it out until later on in the day when I can actually do the results video. So I did tough it out, and yes, I am here now to shed some light on my results. Is it what I expected? Because yes, I did take a look before I started recording the video. Right? Is it what I expected? Watch to the end to find out. Alright, so now going onto the website, because I have an account with them, or let me say going into my account, there are certain things that I will share. Alright, so let me share my screen with you so you can see what is happening. So let's go. Alright, so I am logged into my MyHeritage DNA account, and as you can see, it says discover your ancient origins. Your ethnicity estimate is just the beginning. So let's scroll. So as I scroll, this section says DNA matches. You currently have 446 matches. So it says relationships. So it says close family, and it says 0. So none of your DNA matches appear to be a close family. Test your family members to get more matches. All right, so that is because I am the only one being tested so far from my immediate family and extended family. So that is why there is no close, or should I say immediate family. That is why there is no close family being revealed here. All right, so as I scroll, the next is the extended family, and it says 10. All right, so I want to get into that section a bit. So let's look into my extended family. All right, so if you notice, the first one says private. All right, so you'll come across about 7 of the 10 that is private, and that is because those persons have already been tested. That is not a part of my immediate family, but they are extended family who is also a part of another DNA management. All right, so they are private because they are not fully aware of me, and so I would have to make contact to them for them to actually remove the privacy so that they can show up on my extended family section. All right. So the first one says parents' first cousin, which could either be my mom or my dad's first cousin. All right. And I don't want to really look into the ones that are private because we don't know who they are and we don't know who specifically we're looking into. So let's go all the way down. But if you notice, it says parents' first cousin. So that's my second cousin right here. My second cousin again, second cousin again. And this is my parents' second cousin and also my second cousin. And then the last three extended family are Craig Williams, Lola Nolan, and Aldith Carter. All right. And if you look at the shared DNA percentages of the three extended family, I shared more DNA with Craig Williams. That's 2.4%. And I shared more segments also, which is 10, and the largest segment, which is 33.7. For the others, it's 1.6%, 7 segments, 28.9 cm. Shared DNA for Carter is 1%, shared segments 2, and the largest is 49.6. That's actually large, but we don't share that much of a DNA, which makes her my third cousin. All right, so the strongest extended relative here is Craig Williams. I don't know Craig any at all. Um, my mom doesn't know who Craig is either. And Lola Nolan, actually, where I live, the community where I live there's a set of Nolan family. So I am familiar with some of the Nolan family, but I don't know Miss Lola. All right. And she would be my parents' second cousin. All right. Yeah. And I want to review the DNA match for Lola Nolan and show you how we are connected. So, as my parents' second cousin, which is right here, 46.3% probability, that is with my great great grandparents. So, if I scroll a little further, right here, I have Mabel Adela Nolan, who is my great great grandmother. All right, so she would be related to my great grandmother, and my grandmother would be related to my great grandma. So, yeah. And Nola's dad name is Ermel Nolan. I personally don't know any of these Nolan relatives right here, but I know younger family members that belong to the Nolan family. So I'm familiar with this extended family right here. All right, so let me back up a little bit to Craig. I want to go back to Craig. Let me view Craig's results, who is my second cousin. All right, and that second cousin comes through my great grandparents. And those great grandparents would be my great grandmother, which is my grandmother's mother, Rebecca Williams. So that is how Craig and I are related. But I don't know Craig. So hopefully in the future, I'll get to even just have a conversation with Craig. All right. And so I think I can remember for the third extended family member, which is Aldith Carter. I think I remember my aunt telling me that there are some Carter families in the area, but most of them have migrated, and Aldith now resides in the UK. So that might be the case, yes, but I am still grateful for the outcome of these results. You know, I have a second cousin, a third cousin that I can reach out with, because for all of them it says contact. So I can make contact with them via email and hopefully we'll get a response. All right. So moving to the next section under DNA. So I am doing it bottom up instead of top down. All right, so I just did the DNA matches. Now I'm moving into ethnicity estimate. So that's my next area. All right, so let me go to that screen result. All right, so here it is. So as you can see on screen, this is the ethnicity results. And this section right here that has these two colors, the purple and the pink, those are my two ethnic groups. All right. I am surprised that there are only two ethnic groups. But nevertheless, let's continue to see what other surprises are there. So let's look at the genetic groups. And there are five genetic groups. All right. So right here, where Cuba is, there are two genetic groups right here. One is Jamaica and in bracket Kingston. So Jamaicans in Jamaica. And the level for that is medium. All right. And then we also have the other group. Where is it now? So fine. All right, let me zoom the screen in some more so it can be done better. All right, so that one. So this other genetic group now is Jamaica. And it still says Jamaicans in Jamaica, but the confidence level is very high. So what this is saying is that I am related to persons in Jamaica at high levels and at medium levels. All right, and in continuing down below, we have, let me minimize my screen. Let me carry this up a little. So down below, we have another genetic group, Suriname, Netherlands, and Southern USA. So these are Afro-Caribbeans and Dutch in Suriname and some in Netherlands and Southern United States. So the other two genetic groups are Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and North Carolina. And again, the confidence level is low. So it says African Americans in the United States, all right, and in those specific areas. So not a lot of ancestors or relatives in that particular area, but yet still they find some. And then the last genetic group, New York and New Jersey. So this is the additional one. German and English settlers in the United States. and that is also low. So out of the five genetic groups, the strongest groups here are Jamaica. All right, so you have Jamaica and then you have Jamaica Kingston. So those are the two groups that are the strongest. Jamaica being high and Jamaica Kingston being medium. All right, and then I have other relatives or ancestors coming out of the different other ethnic groups. All right, good. All right, so we're going to look into the two ethnic groups. This colored section with all the different countries inside is the first ethnic group. All right. And some of those countries are Burkina Faso, Benin, Nigeria, Ghana, and the last one there, which is formerly called Ivory Coast. All right. So that is the first ethnic group of which I am considered to be aligned with. And then it has the largest population in Africa, and its people belong to over 250 sub-ethnic groups. Or do you think you know which ethnic group that is? Comment below. So let's move over to the second ethnic group. All of these countries in the colored section right here: Cameroon, Central Africa Republic, Guinea, Congo, Rwanda, Angola, Zambia, Mozambique, Zimbabwe. Is it still clueless to you? What is the second ethnic group? Well, let's continue. The region is inhabited primarily by Bantu peoples. And are you still unaware? All right. So let me take you out of your misery or your guessing game and just get right to it and tell you how African I am.
Mayimboye, Mayimboye, Uzabidi, Uzayibamba. Mayimboye, Mayimboye, Uzabidi, Uzayibamba. Mayimboye, Mayimboye, Uzabidi, Uzayibamba.
All right. So you can see and then state how much of a percentage African am I? It's all there. It's all there. All right. Now, initially, when I first saw the result, I was a bit sad. But as I read through the results, I realized that it takes more than just one DNA sample to give you that result that you might be looking for. Because several samples will be tested and analyzed, and a lot of comparisons will be made. And especially if they are your immediate relatives, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your uncles, your aunties, etc. That will provide the team at MyHeritage with all the relevant DNA samples to compare, and that will give proper judgment. So in the future, this may not be my exact result. It may change a bit if my parents and other relatives decide to hop on board and get tested. So remember to